What is up? Let me make sure my mic is working. Is my mic working? Let me see. Let me get to my channel here. Where am I at? There we go. There we go. See if my mic's working. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. I better turn this Bluetooth off. I got too many damn electronics here. Now let's try it again.
Electronics here.
There
Now
we
let's try
go.
it again.
Yeah, it's working.
Electronics here. There we go. Yeah, it's working.
Now, let me see if I can figure out how to do what I was going to do over here. Where is the comments at? Where's the chat? How do I chat in the chat? No, I can't see the damn chat. What's up, Stephanie? How's it going? I'm over here fiddling around trying to figure this out. I haven't done one of these in a long time. Oh, okay, well, that's the chat. Well, how do I chat in the chat? Hmm, copy. What's up, Michelle? I'm trying to figure out how to chat in the chat myself. I haven't done one of these live streams in a really, really, really long time. I don't do them very often. Well, that does that. Now, how do I leave a comment in the chat? Man alive. Let me go to more. Private chat. No, 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 no. Post a comment. There we go. I'm telling you, it's hell getting old. These youngsters today, man, they got all this stuff figured out. Alright, let me pin that. How do I pin it? Let me pin it. Oh, man. What's up, Michelle? What's up, some loser? You're not a loser, man. I'm in Arlington. I'm in Arlington tonight. I just got back to the hotel. I'm not driving tonight. I'm chilling. I'm gonna be headed to Oregon on Monday. Uh, but yeah, I'm in Arlington, Texas, right near Six Flags. Is where I'm at. That's where I'm chilling at. Barry, what do you mean? Don't be hanging all my stuff out? What am I hanging out? I know Uber Eats brought me the wrong meal. I ordered Wingstop, and they brought me CC's pizza and two drinks. So I hope whoever gets my order enjoys it. Just have to use. They just used it. No one is perfect the first time. Well, I've used StreamYard before, and I've done these lives before, but it's been quite a while. Like it's probably I don't do lives very often. And all the time I've been on YouTube a little over 2 years, and I've probably done five of these lives. I normally do pre-recorded. Stephanie, you headed to Kentucky on Monday. What part of Kentucky? I used to live in Mount Sterling, which is up in eastern Kentucky. I lived in Mount Sterling around 2007, 2008, something like that. Invite a friend over? No, my friends just left, Barry. We all went out. We hung out for a while, and then they had some things going on that uh, I needed to come back here for, so I came back here, got a shower, kicked back, ordered some Uber Eats. They brought me the wrong food. They brought me CC's pizza, which I don't like pizza. And then I decided I'd go live for a minute. I was watching Trucker Gal. She was live a while ago. So I was chilling in there watching her lives. And then I hopped over here and went live, man. See what y'all was up to. Maysville. I don't know if I've ever been there. If I have, I don't remember it. Sounds like a small town. Mount Sterling was a small town. Which, by the way, if you're a driver, Mount Sterling has parking in the Walmart there. It's one of the few places you can still park at Walmart. Mount Sterling, Kentucky. A load of cardboard to take to the paper mill. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Cardboard taken out to the paper mill. They got plenty of those in Kentucky. I got a hell of a view from this room, though. It's an awesome view. Y'all should be here. I got the whole fifth floor. Well, I ain't the only driver here, I guess. There's a Variant truck back there, so I guess Variant's over here too. I don't know how Variant got in here. I didn't think they could afford this place. Variant must be paying for it, because there ain't no way that driver paid for it. That's impossible. That driver could not afford this hotel. This is a nice hotel. It's the kind of hotel where they got the little dude up front with the little tuxedo on and brings your luggage up for you. This ain't a Variant hotel. Variant needs to go to the Motel 6. You have friends in Mount Sterling? Who do you know in Mount Sterling? Who do you know out there? I got an ex-girlfriend there. I got a whole bunch of friends that I consider family there. Some of them are still on my Facebook. I stayed friends with a lot of the people that I knew when I was there. Um, I was a little bit wild back then, so I was running around a wild crowd. So most of the crowd that I know there is not they're not good people, but I know quite a few people in Mount Sterling. Swanky Hotel, living large. Barry, I do that every now and then. I don't know if you remember my last live, but the last time I went live a couple months ago, I was at the Crown something in downtown Dallas. I was on the 16th floor. I had a room with a balcony. I do not remember Crown Plaza Hotel, I think it was. This time I'm out here. I wanted a view of the baseball stadium, and I can see the stadium over there with the Texas Rangers sign on it from my window. I've already got fingerprints all over the window from looking out the window at the Texas Rangers sign over there. I'm not a Texas Rangers fan, but I am from Texas, so I'll show them a little support while I'm in the area. Dang, I can't believe it. He's got to be sleeping in that truck. Ain't no way Variant could afford this hotel. I don't even think the company could afford this hotel. But it is what it is. Yes, Barry, that's right. I spend a lot of time on the road, as you know. As all of y'all know that watch me, I spend a lot of time out on the road. Oh, Billy Rains. Man, y'all got to check out Billy's channel, man. He's good people. And they're just popping in to hit the like button and say what's up. Hope everyone has a good night. Go Rangers. Are the Rangers playing tonight? The stadium's all lit up. The tee out there is all lit up. But I'm not close enough. I'm probably a half mile from it. I can see it on the other side. I can't tell. They might have something going on. I know they got a party or something going on downstairs in the bar area. There was a whole bunch of stuff going on down there, but it didn't look like my type of crowd. They looked a little bit elegant. They were looking at me like, "Who's this thuggish idiot walking through here?" You know, I didn't look like I belonged, so I didn't hang out with them. I had to change clothes if I was going to go down there and pretend I belonged in that crowd. Yeah, it's spring training. If they're playing, it'll be in Arizona. Oh, well, their stadium's all lit up. The Big T's all lit up, which is pretty cool, by the way. I don't know if we have that down in Houston with the Astros. I'm not sure what they do on the stadium for the Astros. I've never paid attention. But the direction I'm at from the stadium here, I can see the Big T clear as day. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool looking. Razorback basketball advanced to the Sweet 16. Let's see how far we go. Where's the Razorbacks at? That'd have to be like Missouri, Arkansas. Um, that'd have to be somewhere over there for the name Razorbacks. Where are the Razorbacks from? I don't watch a lot of basketball. The only thing I like watching throwing balls into a hoop would be like some seals or something, some at SeaWorld. That's about as close to anything I get throwing balls into a hoop. Oh, okay, Arkansas. That makes sense. That fits. That fits. Beat my oh no, y'all ain't beating my Aggies, man. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's not happening. It, the Aggies, nah, nah. It's not happening. Globe Life Field is a beautiful stadium. Oh, you have a good night too, man. I'll holler at you on Monday, Billy. I'll be out running. I'll be headed to Oregon, so I'll be running. I'll leave Dallas. I'll run from here over probably about Gallup, New Mexico, or something like that. That's about where I cut up at to head north. So I'll be somewhere between here and Gallup on Monday. But you have a good weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy your time with your family, man. Let's go Vols. Who the hell are the Vols? I'm lost. I don't know who the hell the Vols are. Vols. I'm trying to think. Sounds like an East Coast team. What the Vols sound like. Never did tell me who you know in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Mount Sterling's not that big a town. We're bound to know some of the same people. Unless you hung out with the ritzy folks, because I didn't hang out with the ritzy folks when I lived there. I know, I know all the Conkrights. I know all the Wages. So if you know anybody with the last name Conkright or the last name Wage, I probably know them. Pretty good chance I probably know them. Six Flags looks pretty cool too. I might go over there tomorrow and ride roller coasters. I could use some excitement in my life. Been kind of boring lately. Oh, oh man. Get back over here and see what's going on. Oh, the Volunteers, Tennessee. Yeah, that makes sense. The Volunteer State. Oh, moved there from West Virginia. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, they're moving up in the world if they move there from West Virginia. Not much, not by much, because they're not a whole lot different in Mount Sterling than they are in West Virginia. But they are moving up in the world a little bit. Well, since I got CC's Pizza and it's the wrong order, let's see what I got. I didn't get my chicken wings. I got some kind of dang I don't know what this is. Cinnamon something. Smells like cinnamon. I don't like CC's Pizza. I haven't ate it in years. Some cheese sticks. Let's see what kind of pizza they gave me. Pepperoni and pineapple. What? That is totally un-American. You do not put pineapple on pepperoni pizza. And whoever ordered this does not watch their weight at all. There's enough bread right here to put 500 pounds on a person. Let's see what kind of drink they got. I hope they got Dr. Pepper. And being from Texas, they better have damn Dr. Pepper. Let's see. Who needs a roller coaster when you can have ice over roads? Yeah, Barry, I'm hoping that winter's over with, man. I'm hoping. Man, they brought me. Did they stick a straw? Yeah, they stuck a straw in here. I'm hoping winter's done for. It should be just about done for. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I like the cool temperatures, but I'm over it. I'm ready for winter to go away. I could care less. Uh, Now, your friends that moved to Mount Sterling from West Virginia, they're going to have to be careful because it's real easy to get in trouble in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Back in those days, I wasn't driving trucks yet. That was a couple years before I started driving trucks. So I was working. I worked for KDMK in a warehouse there, making fuel filters in a factory, not a warehouse. But they made fuel filters for all kinds of cars. I worked in there for a while, and then I got a job at Nestle, where they make hot pockets there in Mount Sterling. So I worked in there and made hot pockets. I worked on the finish line when all the hot pockets came down out of the freezer. They were flash frozen. They were already in packages. And then we had boxes that rolled on one line in front of us. We had hot pockets that rolled on another line in front of us. And we would stack the hot pockets into the boxes where they were boxes of 2, boxes of 4, boxes of 6, boxes of 12, whatever they were, right? And then we would palletize them and put them in the warehouse for shipping to get loaded on trucks. It was a pretty cool job because I was the only guy back there. I was the only guy on the whole shift in that whole section. They were all women, and I felt pretty privileged to be honest. And I may or may not have been a little bit of a hoe back in those days. So if y'all see any kids running around Eastern Kentucky that look like old Snap, it's a possibility. It's a very strong possibility. Uh, Now, I don't know, Barry. These roller coasters look pretty fun, man. I got a pretty good look at these roller coasters. They got the Superman over there. They got some kind of tower thing. They got this swing thing. Uh, they got this real big roller coaster. It looks like it's about a city block long, maybe a little longer than that. I haven't been to Six Flags in, God, probably 20 years. Me and my first wife went there one time, and we might have went to Hurricane Harbor. I don't remember. But we went to one of them over here. Me and my first wife did. That was back when I lived in Longview, Texas. Me and her came out there and chilled for the day. Nothing wrong with West Virginia. I don't know, man. West Virginia seems different. It's a pretty state. It's a beautiful state. Um, I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it, but it's a beautiful state. CC's has buffet every Monday and Tuesday. Eat all you can. See, here's my thing with this. Why in the world? CC's is cheap. It's cheap pizza. It's cheap food. There's nothing great about CC's, right? Why in the world would someone order CC's pizza through Uber Eats? When you can go through Uber Eats, you can get anything. You can get Chili's. You can get a steakhouse. You can get Buffalo Wild Wings. You can get anything out there. Why would you order pizza? Why would you order CC's, the cheapest pizza there is, through that app? Whoever ordered this has no respect for their money at all. And then they put pineapple on the pizza. They should be shot. I don't know who ordered it, but they need to. They ain't American. You don't put pineapple on pizza. It don't look good. It's not appetizing. You know, I haven't eaten all day and I still don't even want it. You don't put pineapple on pizza. Low of 36 on the Florida coast. I think winter is still here, buddy. I was in Florida last week. I went down to Miami and I delivered. Then I went up to I went up to Georgia, up near Savannah, picked up a load, brought it to Dallas, and then I took a short run. I went down to San Antonio and back. Then I took another short run, ran down to Houston and back, and then now I got this other run that's going up to Oregon. What's up, Mad Dog? Ain't seen you in a while. Let me give you a little wrench here. Should have a wrench now. But yeah, I think I'm going to Lebanon, Oregon. I think is what he told me. All I heard was Oregon, and I said, "Yeah, I'll take that." Uh, They had another load going to Houston on Monday, but I didn't want to do another short run. But if it's going to Lebanon, Oregon, I ain't never heard of Lebanon, Oregon. So usually when we take loads to Oregon, they go to around the Portland area. They'll go up to like Portland or Oregon City or one of them little spots up there somewhere around Portland. So what you got going on this evening, Mad Dog? Oh, you're an American. You got an American flag. You wouldn't order no CC's pizza with no damn pineapples on it. Man, I can't believe that. Done messed up my dinner. And I was sure looking forward to my Buffalo Wild Wings. Morning, I had Buffalo Wild Wings with spicy sauce and some garlic dip coming with it. I had a side salad with some ranch coming with that. I was so excited. That went to crap fast. My sister is in Savannah, Georgia. You're lucky to get out alive. She didn't see you. Well, I wasn't in Savannah very long. I came up from Miami and I parked. I drove up one day and then I picked up the next morning. I parked just south of Savannah there on 95 that night, and I stayed the night. Uh, I think at the TA. I might have been at like the exit 19 or something like that. And then the next morning, I drove up to Savannah, picked up that load. I was only there a couple of hours. A load of washing machines, and I left out. So I was only in Savannah for a couple of hours. I didn't hang out there, and I didn't park there the night before. The ladies at the washing machine place, they were nice. They were cool. Wasn't nothing wrong with them. They were real friendly. I even drove right by the call box and didn't realize it because they had the call box to check in. It was way up the road. It wasn't down by the gate. Well, as a truck driver, we look for the gate, right? So I just pull on down to the gate and I'm walking all around because on the gate it said use call box to check in. Could not find the call box nowhere. Finally, this lady comes walking out of the warehouse and she's like, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get in. I'm supposed to pick up here." So I gave her my pickup information and stuff. She was real nice. And then she says, "Well, you were supposed to call from the call box." I said, "What call box? I've been looking for it." And she pointed in like 200 yards up this road that you drove down to get down to this warehouse. Way down at the turn, there was a call box right there. I was like, "Well, I missed that. I didn't see it. Good thing it wasn't a person, because like I totally missed it. I did not see that call box. So it was wild, man. It was wild. Ever been to Schlitterbahn by New Braunfels? I have. Ghost, I sure have, but it's been years. Oh man, I haven't been to Schlitterbahn since I was. Well, I took my son one time way back, or a stepson. I took a stepson one time way back from a girl I was dating. I want to say that was, oh man, mid 2000s. Mid 2000s. That was probably, well, yeah. Yeah, it was way back. It was long enough I can't remember. I don't remember what Schlitterbahn was like. And that kid got on my nerves, so I do remember that. That's the only thing I remember about that day, was him kind of getting on my nerves. But I don't remember what Schlitterbahn was about. Just a water park. Then the SeaWorld, too, down in San Antonio. But it's been a long time also. The only thing I remember down there was what I was talking about earlier, the damn seals with the balls, kicking balls around town. What's up, Brian? Tampa. Welcome to the nothing going on here, just hanging out. Bored Saturday night. I don't drink or party, so I'm hanging out on YouTube since I don't do none of the bad stuff that these bad people out here today do. Oh man, I'm getting old. Man, I'm getting old. And I'm pissed. I just cannot believe someone. You get the wrong order and then they give me pineapple pizza. Cheese sticks. I mean, those look all right. They look decent. I'm not a big bread eater. Bread is horrible for you to make you fat. I'm already fat enough. But bread is like the worst thing. And you know, with truckers, we eat a lot of bread. We eat a lot of bread. We eat a lot of breaded products. If you think about it, the amount of carbs that a truck driver gets in one day, like if you go in and you order a fast food meal, you're going to have carbs in your soda. You're going to have carbs in the french fries. You're going to have carbs in the bread. And that's why truckers are so far out of shape. You know, I see so many drivers that are trying to work on their weight. They're trying to do things with their body and trying to get in better health. But they're not realizing what I think they're missing is they're not realizing with this, with the type of food that's readily available to us that if you're not making your food on the truck and you're not real careful what you order in these places, you're just destroying your body. That's why cancer is so high. That's why our life expectancy is so low. You know, the life expectancy of a truck driver is like 61 years old, and it's because of the crap we eat. Oh my God! Someone ordered unsweet tea. That tastes nasty. What did this other person get? Coca-Cola. Yeah, it was definitely Yankees. Texans don't drink Coca-Cola. We drink Dr. Pepper. It was definitely Yankees. Had to be Yankees. They ordered CC's Pizza through Uber Eats, and they ordered it with pineapple on it. Definitely wasn't a Texan. Oh yeah, Brian. Congratulations on being sober. It's a great journey. I myself have been sober since 2005. I got really sick one night doing cocaine, actually, in a hotel in Texas City. Thought I was going to die. To be honest, I thought that was my last night on this earth. And that is the last time I partied. That's the last time I did drugs. I never was a drinker, but that is the last time I ever did drugs. And that would have been summer of 2005. I was in a Super 8 hotel or motel. It's called America's Best Value Inn now. It's right there off I-45. If you ever go to Galveston coming from Houston on I-45, when you pass the suit or America's Best Value on the right, it was right there. It's right off I-45. But yeah, no, that's the last time I ever did drugs, man. I've been sober ever since. Sober a long time. So you just hang in there, man. You can make it. You can do it. And the longer you're sober, the more you'll enjoy life. You got to relearn how to enjoy life without that. You know what I'm saying? Get in a group of friends too. You don't need friends that are drinking or doing whatever it was that you were doing before. Birds of a feather flock together. If you want to know who a person is, you look at their five closest friends. A person will be exactly like their five closest friends. That's a fact, Jack. As the old Mattress Mac used to say, that's a fact, Jack. Call Uber. They'll make the order good. I ain't worried about it. It's already 11 o'clock at night. I don't feel like fooling with them. I'll just get on YouTube and gripe about the fact that they sent me CC's Pizza, which ain't worth half of what I ordered. And that whatever Yankee it was that ordered this crap, is enjoying a really nice meal right now. I hope they enjoy the really nice meal I ordered. Because I noticed they didn't call Uber to get it straight because no one's called me. So they enjoyed it. They probably paid $5 for this crap they got right here. I paid 40 for the one I ordered. Yeah, it was a tourist, that's for sure. 100%. Unsweet, yes, Brian. Unsweet tea should be illegal. It should be illegal. Oh heck. Well, we were talking crap about Yankees. I was trying both of the drinks and didn't even realize they had wrote on the side of the cups what's in the cup. Oh well. I'm from South Texas. We don't read all that well. That's why I don't like doing news stories because I'm trying to read the news story in my South Texas accent. Half everybody can't understand me anyway. Thanks, Brian. Man, I'm telling you, Brian, the long you got to hang in there. The hardest is the first couple years. Once you get past that, it gets easier and easier and easier. And like I'm at a point now that I could walk in a room and someone can have out whatever. They could have cocaine on the table. They could have whatever. And at this point in my life, I could care less about using it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, I've been sober so long that I don't have that urge. Even when I see it, I don't have that urge. Back when I was using it all the time, if I saw it, it's hard to explain. If you've done drugs before, you know what I'm talking about. But when you see it, you get that feeling like you want it, you know. But no, I haven't. I don't even get that anymore. I've been sober so long. But I just recently started drinking coffee, and I'm really into these Starbucks mocha frappuccino things. Like within the last week, I never have been a coffee drinker, but I got sick and I wasn't sleeping real well, so I started drinking these coffees, and I think that's my new addiction. I've gotten now to where I've been drinking a coffee every day, and them frappuccinos, man, they're something else. Even if you don't like coffee, you can drink that frappuccino. And man, I get on the phone, I'll be talking 300 miles an hour. Ain't no telling what my friends think since I started drinking these coffees. I get a double shot of espresso in it. Whew, heavy rolling, man. Heavy rolling. Around the block, and I appreciate Ghost. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you. You always comment on my videos, man. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but like the people that always comment on my videos, I always make sure, like no matter how many comments I got between all my videos, because I'll have comments on my shorts and other things too. So I might wake up in the morning and across all my YouTube, I might have 200 comments. But I always go through, and the people that I recognize, the people that have been around, the people that have been there supporting me since way back, I always make sure to like their comment and try to respond to them first. They're always first on my list. And Ghost is one of those people. Barry's one of those people too, but he's usually making fun of me. But at least he makes fun of me in a way that it kind of makes me laugh, so it's all right. Uh, Barry thinks that I'm a pimp, like running lot lizards all around the country or something. I don't know, but I did a video about lot lizards back in the day, and Barry's been hung up on it ever since. Can't help it. What's up, Zach? 59 in East Texas. Yes, there is. Where are you at along 59 in East Texas? And as a matter of fact, Zach, I live off 59 in South Texas, south of Houston. 59 runs right near me. Um, but yeah, 59. I live down there, Victoria, which 59 runs through Victoria. So where are you at in East Texas? 59 stretches all the way across there. Goes from Texarkana all the way down to Houston. But you got a chicken place there in Carthage, which is pretty good. I like it. I think it's Church's Chicken. You got Whataburger in Atlanta, right outside of Atlanta, Texas. You got in uh, Whataburger in Corrigan, I believe it is. Um, there's a barbecue place down near Livingston. It'll be on the east side of the highway. There's a little barbecue joint there, and I think it's an Exxon. It's got truck parking all around it. It's pretty good as well. Um, but yeah, no, there's a few pretty good spots down 59 through East Texas, man. In true Texas fashion, but some hot sauce on that pizza, and it would be edible. Hot sauce with Barry, what is wrong with you, man? Hot sauce with pineapple? With pineapple? There's only one thing pineapple is used for, brother, and that's on the cruise ships. The people put the pineapple outside the door, upside down, and it lets them know they're a swinger. Even they don't eat it. Pineapple, like, pineapple is what's used when all the other food in the world is depleted, and pineapple is all that's left. Nacogdoches. Oh man, let me think. Nacogdoches. You got Morgan Oil there. That's got truck parking. You got that other truck stop they just built a couple years ago but I don't remember what it's got to eat in it. Morgan Oil just has that. They got like burritos and stuff like that in there. Now, if you're gonna catch an Uber or leave the truck stop, there's all kinds of great places to eat in Nacogdoches. Awesome. Nacogdoches is actually a college town. That's where Stephen F. Austin University is. It's SFA. Or if you're from Texas, we call it Sex, Fun, and Alcohol. That is there in Nacogdoches. Um, Man, I'm trying to think. I haven't stopped in Nacogdoches in so long. When I lived in Alto, that was just west of there, we used to go to Nacogdoches and eat Red Lobster. I think it was Nacogdoches. It might have been Lufkin. Both those towns are right next to each other. They're not that far apart. Some may have the towns mixed up. But there's a Morgan Oil there that's got truck parking, but there ain't nothing really good to eat in it. I think there's a restaurant right next door to it. And then there's that truck stop they just built a couple of years ago that's right up the road from the Morgan Oil. It's got the big paved lot, concrete lot. It had something to eat in it, but I do not remember what it was. So I don't remember if it's any good or not. Hot sauce on pizza, is that no, Brian, that is not American, man. I don't know what Barry's thinking, wanting to put hot sauce on pizza, but that is not. No, 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 no. Barry's trying to fire me up is what he's doing. He's trying to entice me with this pineapple pizza that shouldn't even be in my damn hotel room right now. That's what Barry is doing. Can we please get a short video rant on pineapple pizza? You might. You might, because at some point tonight I'm going to get hungry. And even if I pick the pineapples off, it's going to have pineapple flavoring on it. And I'm probably going to throw a fit about it. So there's a real strong possibility that I may do a video just totally griping about this pineapple pizza that I got tonight. And so a rant is very possible in the next couple of days. You never know. Kelly, what's going on? Kelly Patterson's in the house. What's going on, man? Yeah, Brian. Barry's got jokes. Watch his comments when he comments on my videos. He's always got jokes. If he didn't make me laugh so much, I'd be mad at him because he's always picking on me in some kind of way. Oh, what's going on, Bond? You headed to Vegas and Little Rock right now? You love fresh pineapple? Man, I just can't do. I mean, I could probably do pineapple like in a fruit cup, but pineapple does not go on a greasy pepperoni pizza. It just doesn't. It don't make any sense. It'd be like ordering a pizza and putting cherries on it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. A Mexican pizza? I don't. Kelly, is that Mexican? Are they the ones that do that? I thought it was an islander thing. I thought that was like a Hawaii or Japan or Guam or something like that. I always thought that the pineapple on pizza was that type of thing. The only place I've ever heard pineapple being used is on the guys that go on cruises, and they say if you put a pineapple outside your door and you put it upside down and you leave your door unlocked, that you'll get some company. But that's the only place I've ever heard of pineapple being used. I've never heard of pineapple being used in any other fashion. Call your toe sucking friend and get some more Popeyes. I thought that was a pretty good joke, Barry. I did. I thought that was an awesome joke. I was setting for any of y'all that missed it. I do shorts, and in my shorts, I sometimes talk a little smack or I try to make a joke or whatever. But I was down in New Braunfels, and I turned the camera on and I faced it outside my window, and I said, "Man, y'all ain't gonna believe what just happened." But some driver came walking up to me and told me he'd give me Popeyes. He'd buy me a whole Popeyes meal if I let him suck my toes. And then I moved the camera and I said, and he walked off that way. I don't know where he went. Well, when I moved the camera, I had a Popeyes because I had just gotten back from ordering Popeyes. I had it sitting on the dash. I figured everybody get a kick out of it, and I knew Barry would enjoy it. Getting ready to go back to work after 6 months of medical leave and start trucking again, making cooking videos, and man, I remember those cooking videos. What happened to you medically, Kelly? I didn't know you were out medically. I remember when you were on Josh's channel doing some of those cooking videos and stuff. Which we need more people out here doing cooking videos because trucking, it's hard to eat healthy in trucking. It's really difficult. Another thing that would probably be good, Kelly, is showing people how to clean up. Like sometimes, because I cook on my truck, but sometimes you have to get real creative when you're trying to clean up the mess. And truck stop bathrooms are generally not all that clean either. So a lot of times I don't even like washing my stuff in the sink in the bathroom in truck stop. So I got different ways. I use water jugs and soap and towelettes or whatever you get at Walmart. I got different ways of washing my dishes. But I think showing guys how to simplify that process, showing other drivers how to simplify and speed up the cleanup process after cooking would actually make more people cook. I think more people would cook on their truck if they had ideas, more ideas for ways to clean up the mess afterwards. I might do some videos on that. But yeah, Bond goes on hams, and is there ham on it? If so, it's a Hawaiian pizza. Bond, there is not ham on it. There's pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, and pineapple on what looks like a hand tossed. It's not the thick crust, but not the thin crust. It looks like the regular crust. But pineapple does not go with that pizza. It just doesn't. It doesn't belong there. What's up, Diesel Tech? Where you at in the world? What are you doing, Diesel? I'm down here in Arlington, actually staying at a hotel, but I'm down here probably about 6 or 7 miles from our yard. Me and Diesel both work for the same company, so he should know about where I'm at. Yeah, glad you're ready to get back out there, Kelly. Appreciate your struggles and desire to get moving again. My ears are damaged, which affects my equilibrium while driving, especially. I had to go through physical therapy to learn how to compensate for it. Oh, I get that, Kelly. I get that, man. I'm glad you're doing better. I'm glad you're getting back on the road. I gotta get Diesel. I didn't realize Diesel didn't have a wrench. I'm glad you're ready to get back on the road and make some money. Hopefully the freight picks up here pretty soon, Kelly. The freight's been horrible. The freight has been absolutely horrible. There's not a lot of it. There's way more drivers than there is freight available right now. And with all this stuff going on overseas and the possibility of war, it's probably not going to speed up anytime soon. Ooh, Johnny, on the flip side, glad to see you feeling better again and ready to get back out trucking. Cooking videos are great. Let's see, there you go. There you go. The therapy won't prevent another flare up, but will reduce frequency, intensity, and duration. Yeah. So is it like your because what is it? You got little crystals in your ear that help your balance and stuff like that, right? What do they call it when those crystals get out of whack? Vertigo, I think is what they call it. Vertigo, something like that. I'll catch up with you one of these days. Stuck in PA with the masses of entitled people. Where'd you deliver to in PA, Diesel? I haven't gone to PA. I've been through it with Polly, but I haven't gone actually delivering in PA. I've delivered to upstate New York, which I really like that load. We got a load that goes up there to Schenectady or whatever in upstate New York. Costco. It's a Costco load. I really like that load. We got another one that goes to South Jersey. Goes to oh man, I can't think of the name of it, but I actually like running that one too because it goes down there. It's in South Jersey. It's way south, so it's before all the city crap. But I'll be headed to Oregon on Monday. I did 2 short runs here the last few days. I ran a load down in San Antonio, delivered to HEB in San Antonio, which, by the way, they built a new HEB distribution center down there. It's different from the last time I was down there. It's a big facility, and it's got parking out in front of it, by the way. So if you got to go to HEB in Victoria or in San Antonio, you can park on the property. I think 2 or 3 hours before your appointment. They got parking out in front, and there was a taco truck there too. And then I ran a load down to Houston. And it was a weird deal I did in Houston. I ran a load down to Houston. I dropped a loaded trailer, and then this same place had trailers that go back to Grand Prairie. So I dropped a loaded trailer off to them, and then I picked up a trailer they had preloaded and took it back to Grand Prairie. And then now I'm doing a restart, and I will be headed to Oregon on Monday. Barry, yes, entitled people are a buzzkill. Well, entitled people are everywhere nowadays. It's horrible. The entitlement that runs around the country is absolutely horrible. It's crazy. Went to Mall of America a few times. Very big, very expensive. We got a hotel nearby. They offer free rides back and forth till 10. I've never been to Mall of America. Where's that at? Where is that? I wish I could have been a big rig driver, but won't happen anytime soon. Shadow Wolf, oh man, I got to tell you that I've been driving 13 years, and what I thought driving was and what driving actually is are two different things. And I try to tell people that, like, I've met a lot of people over the years that, like, they didn't get to drive trucks, they never got into it, but they always wanted to. And I try to tell them, man, you may not be missing as much as you think you're missing. Trucking is not for everybody. It's a hard lifestyle. You got to live in a little bitty box. We don't really get a whole lot of contact with other people, which is one of the reasons you'll find so many truckers on social media. Um, TikTok and different things like that. It's our way of getting contact with other fellow drivers, right? You spend a lot of time away from home. My son went through high school. When he went through high school, I was able to well, my parents raised him, but biologically he's my son. And when he went through high school, they had him playing football. He played football all the way through high school. And I was able to catch 4 games. Out of 4 years, I was able to catch 4 games. The rest of the time I spent on the road. So, Shadow, don't feel bad that you're not doing it. It's really not that big a deal. And honestly, not sure that I would do it again. If I could go back and start over, I'm not sure I would do this path. I would probably have stayed in electrical, to be honest. In my case, it's not the crystals in each ear. You have 3 holes that affect equilibrium. Minor damage. Oh, okay, I get it. I'm sorry to hear that, Kelly. Man, I hope you're able to keep that under wraps and keep on trucking, man. We need good people out here trucking. So hopefully, the therapy works and you're able to work through it. I know that's got to be rough dealing with feeling off balance all the time. Barry, there's a possibility you might, because I'm gonna start vlogging with that mask on. So I'm gonna start walking around. I've done a few videos with the mask, and for those of y'all that don't watch my shorts, I've done a few shorts, and I have kind of this series going between 3 different characters with 3 different masks, and 2 of them are aliens, and they abducted me or whatever. And yeah, we'll get it. I'm sure Barry will make fun of that here in a minute. But I kind of liked it. I liked relaxing and doing the videos with the mask on, so I rolled them over and I started doing my long videos with the mask on, right? So I got this anonymous mask, and I actually have 4 of them, and they're all 4 different. Like, I got a black and red one, I got a black and gold one, I've got one that's plain white, which is the one I've been using with the little pink cheeks, and then I got another one that is like a cream color with pink cheeks on it as well. But I just started doing my videos on them, and I love the looks that I get from people. Like when I'm in a truck stop and I got my camera set up and I'm making a video, and people are walking by the front of the truck, You know how nosy truck drivers are, right? They always look up at me and they're like, you can see the look on their face. They're like, what in the hell is going on in that truck? You know, there's a guy sitting in the seat with an anonymous mask on. Well, see, I'm gonna start vlogging, so I'm gonna be getting out of the truck a little bit and talking and doing that kind of thing. So it's a very strong possibility that you may see me with a mask on in a truck stop. Yeah, that's it, Kelly. That's it. So here's the deal, and this is something that I wanted to put out there to all of y'all that watch my channel. If at any point in time you see me in a truck stop with that mask on, come on up. If you want to get up there, come on up. I'll put you in the video. If you see me in a truck stop with that mask on, feel free to just walk up and jump in. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Jump in there with the flow. We'll sit and bullshit. We'll do a video together. So all of y'all keep that in mind. If if any of you, and that's any of you, if you see me in a truck stop or you see me with that mask on, now you might want to say snapper because you never know. There are some other truckers out there, and maybe one of them are running around with that mask. I kind of doubt it, especially judging by the looks that I get. More than likely, if you see somebody walking around a truck stop with a camera and a mask, it's probably going to be me. But yes, any of you, if y'all see that mask and y'all just come walking up, say what's up. You know, we'll do a video together. So that's the deal with that. Minnesota. Oh, Brian, you're right. That's right. Now I remember Mall of America. I didn't know they had a shuttle that went back and forth. I've never gone over there. Where are you parking at that you're catching that shuttle? I want to go there. I need some new pants anyway. I'm running out. Uh, Minneapolis and Bloomington, Minnesota. Yeah, I remember the signs from All of America now that y'all mention it, Minnesota. No, no, I haven't been there. We do get to see a lot of America, more than most people will ever. And that is true, Kelly. I've been with people for almost. I've I've with people for almost every nation, or met people from almost every nation. Sorry, my South Texas reading sucks, and I'm on my phone, so I'm reading this little bitty text. But the need to keep moving caused me and my wife to grow apart and divorce. Kelly, I know that feeling, man. When I first started trucking, my youngest daughter's mother and I, we split up my first year trucking. And I've been through many relationships trucking. It's really hard to maintain a relationship as a driver. It's pretty near impossible, especially in today's world, because we in today's world everybody's got this instant gratification, right? Whatever they want it right then, and it's nobody waits for anything anymore. So it makes it real hard when you have a relationship with somebody and they want to see you right there, right then, and you're 1,000 miles away. And so it tends to not work. See what Brian's got to say here. He said, my dad owned a trucking company back in the 90s to the mid 2000s. He only had 19 rigs and usually hauled produce. He sold that and now runs a whole produce business, Singletary Farms. Hmm, that's interesting. I actually know a guy in Dallas that does that, has a little produce business. He has a couple box trucks and he goes and buys produce from some market somewhere and then he sells it to local places in the area. Yeah, I keep forgetting that that's the actual name for that mask, right? I call it the pink cheeks mask. But yeah, I like it. I like doing that. His trucking company was called Singletary Farms. Uh, all I heard was Oregon and told him I wanted that one, Kelly. But I think he said Lebanon. But I've never been to a Lebanon, Oregon, or Lebanon, Oregon. But I may have misunderstood him. It's probably going to the Portland area. That's where most of our loads going to Oregon go. They normally go to the Portland area. So if I had to guess, I'm probably going to be going somewhere around Portland. And the last time I delivered in Portland, I ran down. Excuse me. I ran down to Salem and I picked up potato chips that went back to Houston. So that was a pretty good week. As I ran up to Oregon, delivered, picked up potato chips, went back to Houston. I think I ended up having to do a restart on that load going back to Houston. But no miles stacked up pretty good. Jubits, man, I stopped in Jubits many times. Uh, I'm kind of showing my age here and showing my gypsy self, but I lived in Portland, Oregon at one time. And my oldest daughter, who's pregnant with my first grandchild, lives in Washington, but she was born and raised there in Portland. And I think maybe back in June, I parked in Jubits and I stayed in that hotel there. I used to live in Gresham, and then I went and met with her, and it was actually the first time me and her ever met. And we hung out. We went to the Clackamas Mall and hung out. It was a pretty good time. But yeah, that was the first time me and my oldest daughter ever met face to face. And I believe that was back in June. We've met a few times and hung out since then. She's living up in Tacoma now, and she'll be having a baby next month, which will be my first grandchild, which I'm really excited about. Hilton Garden Inn, Embassy Suites, things like that. You'll spend money, but if you don't want to do all they do, they have truck parking, but not overnight. Right on, right on. I just need to pick up some more pants. Um, I've lost a little bit of weight, and my jeans don't fit right. And I wear a belt, but like most of us truckers, I don't have any butt. So if the jeans don't fit right, even with a belt, they'll still slide off. And every time I climb in my truck now, I moon everybody behind me. That's another way you'll know I'm in town because you'll see the bald-headed guy with a mask on that's mooning everybody climbing into his truck. That's probably me. But yeah, I need to get some more pants. I just PC from Cottage Grove, Minnesota. Polly, then go back. When I'm in Cottage Grove, Ghost, there is a Walmart in just south of there. It's like 11 miles. I can't remember that town. Hastings, maybe. But I usually PC to that Walmart. There's not a lot of trucks parked there, but they do allow truck parking. It's got a shopping mall across the street. It's got a Chipotle grill and all that right there in the mall, right there next to the Walmart. There's a little hospital on one side, and of course, it's got the Walmart. I've done drone footage from that parking spot. Anytime I'm in Cottage Grove, that's where I go. I never go anywhere else. I'll grab a bobtail pass and I go to that Walmart. And like I said, it's 11 miles. The Walmart that is right there by the yard in College Grove, they don't allow truck parking. We're not allowed to park in there, so I always go to the other one that's 11 miles away. It's the same direction. You just go past it. If it's Lebanon, Oregon, you're probably delivering that to Lowe's. You know what? It might be Lebanon because we deliver to Lowe's. We haul trash bags. We haul Husky trash bags and stuff like that, and contractor bags and the plastic stuff that they put out for painters. So we deliver to Lowe's. I had never heard of Lebanon, Oregon, so I thought maybe I misunderstood him. I wasn't, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, I used to live in Oregon. I've never heard of Lebanon, Oregon. What's he talking about? But I heard of Oregon, so I was like, yeah, I'll take that one. I just wanted the long run. That's all I wanted. I didn't care where in Oregon it was going to. I would deal with it when I got there. My dad has been married 3 times. He had to move out of Florida. He told me some wild stories about trucking business. Eh, Trucking business can be a little crooked, Brian. Um, trucking in general can be a little crooked, as most of these drivers in here can tell you. You got to be real careful who you work for. Some of these companies won't pay you at all. There's a lot of games that are played in trucking. Yeah, man. Ghost. I bounce back and forth. I go up and down. I'm gonna be. I got a scale I bought a few weeks ago and I put on the truck. But I'm gonna start weighing myself once a week. I may post that stuff online. I downloaded an app on my phone. I'm gonna start doing more walking and try to get in an hour a day of walking, which as a driver is kind of hard to do because sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. Sometimes it's raining, but I'm gonna do my best to try to get an hour a day of walking. Trying. My goal is to get down to below 210. I want to get below 210. I was 220 when I started driving 13 years ago. I am 253 now, which is which is way past where I want to be. My ideal weight for my height and everything is like 190, 191, something like that. But I don't feel good when I get down that far. So I would like to get to under 210, somewhere between 200 and 210 is my goal. Beaverton, he lived in Portland, Southwest near, yeah, yeah. That's cool, Kelly. I actually lived down there probably just after you, Kelly. Um, my daughter is 19 years old, and I lived there for about 14 months. And when she was born was when I left, so it was right in that era. So 20 years ago, I lived first. I started out on 162nd and Stark. I lived in an apartment complex over there, and I worked at a furniture store. And then I moved out to Gresham, or no, Troutdale, which is where the truck stops are. If you walk past the truck stops up the hill, they got that big hill, and they got that little mall or whatever, the outlet mall that's right there across from them. If you walk up that hill behind them, up at the top of that hill, there's some houses, and right past those houses is a set of apartments. I actually lived in those apartments, and I worked in a factory, or yeah, in a factory that made inserts for newspapers, and that's where I lived then. And then when I got with my daughter's mother, she lived in St. John's in North Portland, which is up right by Jubit's. So I moved up there, and me and her lived together up there. I actually lived within 2 or 3 miles of that Jupit's, but that was way before I started driving trucks. Way before I started driving trucks. Yeah, Hastings is cool, man. I like that Walmart. Like I said, they got a little bit like there's a few drivers that know about it, but even on the Trucker Path app, it's like one of the only Walmarts in that whole area that allow truck parking, and I think they allow it because they don't get a whole lot of trucks down there. I didn't see a lot of trucks coming through. Normally, there's one, maybe two there. When I did that Gentry and Sons video where I'm walking around out there and there's big piles of snow, that's actually where I was at. That's where I was parked at. That's at Hastings Walmart. Um, I bought my refrigerator there, my microwave, I bought it there. But yeah, that's normally where I go. It's a nice little spot and people are friendly. The Walmart doesn't bother me. If I want regular groceries, if I don't feel like dealing with Walmart, right across the street is a grocery store. And they got a shopping mall across the street that's got everything in it. You can get a haircut over there. You can get your nails done if you're into that thing. I don't think you are, but if you are, you can get it done. Get a pedicure. Uh, they got shoe stores over there. They got everything, man. The mooning explains the driver wanting to suck. Damn it, man. The mooning explains the driver wanting to suck my toes for Popeyes. The truth has surfaced. You know what, Barry? You might be right because I had just walked back out to the truck from uh, from that TA down there in New Braunfels. If any of y'all have ever delivered to that Walmart or Sam's Club in New Braunfels, I was at the TA right before it, like one exit before you get there. So I did that. I also made that video about or the short about the massaging chairs molesting people. I did that one there in that TA as well. Because I had sat down in that massaging chair and I was like, oh, this ought to be fun. I'll get a massage while I'm sitting here. And I think I paid like $5 for 15 minutes. And this thing in the seat, this bar or a pole or something, whatever it is that's in the seat, man, that thing started spinning around, hitting my tailbone. I was like, no, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. This ain't for me. There's a pilot affiliated truck stop just off I-5 on the way to drop. You can park it. It's good to know, Kelly. I haven't been to that Lebanon uh, Lowe's. Like I said, I'd never heard of Lebanon, Oregon. I actually thought he was telling me wrong or reading it wrong off the screen. So, Brian, my aunt lives in Sherman, Oregon. Yeah, Brian, where is Sherman? I don't think I've ever heard of Sherman, Oregon either. Or Kelly might know, but I'm not sure where Sherman, Oregon is. Yeah, I know that area. I've delivered many times to the warehouses you're talking about. Right on. Nomadic man. getting that truck rebuilt. I've been watching them videos. You over there getting that truck rebuilt. Boom. Everybody stand down. The British. Everyone stand down. The British are here, and we got it sorted. Man, come on now. Come on now, Nomadic. If y'all ain't watching no, if y'all ain't watching Nomadic's channel, y'all got to check him out. He's an owner operator over at Schneider. He does tankers. That's all he's done. He's originally from Britain. If you can't tell by his British American jokes, and he's a pretty good dude, man. And he's been doing tankers so long that anything you want to know about tankers, he can teach you, and he teaches the proper way on his channel. So there's a lot of guys over there watching this channel, even if they don't run tankers, they're just learning the process. Nomadic can definitely teach you that for sure. Young Snapper does not own a belt. His PPE is not up to par. I do own a belt, Barry. I just don't have a butt. It's flat. So even with a belt, it's still, my pants still fall off back there. New engine fitted. There you go, man. We knew it was coming. Uh, I know Britt and I had talked about it before. You know, Britt was very aware that this was something that was coming, and he was prepared for it. Which is another. That's another thing that's great about Britt. If you watch him, he's very good at managing his money, and this is something that he knew was coming about. He was prepared for it. He knew what it was going to cost him, and he ran his truck till it was time to get it done, and got it done, man. Sherman, Oregon is off of I-205 on the outskirts of Portland. Is Sherman over there near Oregon City and all that? Is it over there near where? And you might remember this, Kelly, but when I first moved to Oregon, they had that guy that had killed them two girls, and he had buried them in a 55-gallon drum and put them under his slab in the back. And he lived over there in Oregon City or something like that. That had just happened, like it was fresh when I first moved to Oregon. My first date with that girl that is my oldest daughter's mother, we went to that spot, and they had put a memorial out in front of his house. But his house was parked right next to the bus stop for some apartments that were back there. And apparently he had been messing with those girls, and then they had decided they were going to tell. So he killed them and buried them in his backyard, both of them. But yeah, that should tell you right when I lived there, because when that happened, it was a big deal because it was all over the news up there. And when that happened, that was like within a week of me moving, week or two of me moving to Oregon. Yep, there you go, Nomadic. Yeah, he's pretty. Nomadic is pretty open about what he's got going on, how much it's costing him, and what all that kind of stuff. So he's a good one to learn from. Yeah, you do drive a British car. Um, you do, as a matter of fact. You drive a British car that none of us in here can afford. Yeah, I can't remember his name either, Kelly, but I'm trying to remember that guy's name. He had daughters himself, and if I'm not mistaken, his daughter was friends with the girls that he killed. I mean, it was a really sad deal. Like, it shook the whole community, man, when that was going on. And I was new to the area, but it was wild to me because when I got there, they hadn't arrested him yet. They were still looking for the little girls. And some of the other kids in the area kept telling the law, like, y'all need to check that guy's house, right where our bus stop is. Y'all need to check that guy's house. And they checked it. I think they searched it once or twice. That I remember that being on the news. And then I remember just at some point they were like, hold on, he's got a new slab out here. So they started tearing up that slab, and the dogs or whatever they used had gone off and said that there was something there. And sure enough, man, he had hurt them little girls and stuck them down there. You know, the last time I was in Oregon, I drove. I was coming across the 205. I was near that area, and I remember thinking about that time. And something I was thinking about is if that guy had not done that to those girls, Like my daughter's 19, she'll be 20 in August. That was a year before she was born, and then those girls were already like 12 or 13, so they would be in their 30s right now. They'd be living their lives. They'd be in their 30s right now had that man not done that to them. And that's what's really sad about that. It's colder here in Ohio more than my ex. Your ex is pretty cold, nomadic. So if it's that cold in Ohio, it's pretty damn cold. I need to go to bed, Snapper. I'll call you tomorrow. Give you an update on my life, man. I appreciate that, nomadic. You do that. Give me a holler tomorrow, and we'll talk about it and get caught up on how things are going, man. You have a great night. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Speaking of dogs, would you care to tell us a story of dying the dog pink again? I didn't dye it pink, Barry. We dyed it blue. Um, I was a teenager at that time, Barry. All right. Years ago, we had this dog we called Ariana, and it was like a little white mutt. It was mixed with a bunch of different things. It was part lab, part collie, part whatever there was running around the neighborhood, right? But after Easter, we had some blue dye left over that we'd been dyeing Easter eggs with. So, for whatever reason, a bunch of us smoking pot and making bad life decisions as teenagers decided to dye this dog blue and see if it would work with the leftover Easter egg dye. So we did. We dyed the dog blue, which we thought was very funny. The dog apparently did not think it was very funny, and the dog ran away. We never saw the dog again. It ran away and left its puppies behind, which we did not dye the puppies blue. They were the whatever color they were. We only dyed the mama blue. But yeah, the mama dog ran away, and the puppies ended up dying from lack of being taken care of because we were always smoking left-handed cigarettes and laughing at nothing. So they didn't get fed and taken care of properly, and they just didn't make it. But yeah, the mama dog ran away after being dyed blue. After getting dyed blue, it had decided that that was enough, and it didn't want anything to do with us anymore. So it left the area. I don't watch much news other than the weather. It's all the same. Murder, rape, BS. Yes, Kelly, you are exactly right. And it's gotten worse and worse and worse over the years. I saw on YouTube that like these kids in Chicago, they're like recording YouTube videos of them shooting at each other and posting it, and it blows my mind because like in my era where I come from, you don't want anybody to know you're doing something like that, so you would never record it. Number one. Number two, why would you want to put that on the internet? Because I mean that's basically evidencing it yourself. Uh, it it just and how is it socially acceptable by anybody? And why are people watching it to support it? Like every time I see it now, I try to get, I'll be scrolling through shorts and I'll see it, and I try to get past it as soon as possible because I don't want to support that behavior. These kids are out there in the neighborhood shooting at their enemy, which I don't have a problem with violence. I do not have a problem with violence at all. But I do have a problem when innocent people are hurt. And when you're firing rounds at somebody you don't like in the middle of a neighborhood, you could shoot an old lady, you could shoot a kid. There's all kinds of things that can happen where people that are not involved could get hurt. And I do not support that type of violence at all. I do not believe in hurting people that have nothing to do with what you have going on. Don't believe in that one bit. And these kids in Chicago, it's like they don't have no respect at all. They'll start shooting at each other in the middle of a gas station, middle of a neighborhood. It doesn't matter. Park, it doesn't matter. And I think that's sad, and it's not very, it's not very tough of them. Not only that, but not every situation should require gunshots. And it's like these kids today are so weak that they won't fight anymore. So their first go-to is to grab a gun nowadays. You can't be scared to get hit in the mouth. All right. It just builds character. It's just gonna make you a better person. Don't be scared to get hit in the mouth. The gun should be the last thing you go to. You know what I'm saying? It should not be the first thing you go to. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna climb down off my soapbox now. Let's see what Nomadic said here. Yeah, I appreciate you, Nomadic. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Stay safe. Much better. Unfortunately, the mama dog did not concur. Yeah, the dog didn't like the blue dye. It wasn't into it. Um, we never saw that dog again. She ran away and ran away far enough that we never saw her again. While I was dating my wife, she would take me to the retreat where there's no TV, radio, or radios because my birthday's on 9/11. Man, that's a bad day to have a birthday, Kelly. It's because the news and TV is just showing nothing but sadness. Um, that's crazy. My dad, my biological dad, his birthday was the 12th. My father, he was born in 1945, um, September the 12th of 1945. Well, guys, I'm gonna jump up off here. I'm gonna heat up some of this pizza with pineapple on it, and I'm gonna give it a shot. There's a very strong possibility I may make a video ranting about it later at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm pissed off, and I may try to eat some of this cheesy bread. I gotta eat some of it. I hope whoever got my Buffalo Wild Wings really enjoyed them. Uh, they were worth a whole lot more than the CC's Pizza is. But I appreciate all of you that stopped by. And like I said, if y'all see me in a truck stop somewhere with a mask on, come running up, man. Just jump up in the video. I already know what's up. I'm gonna know it's one of y'all. You know, I'm actually been thinking about putting some tattoos on the mask. You know, I'm going to get creative with it. So y'all have a great night. Stay safe. I appreciate all of you and keep trucking.